Welcome to the free world. Today we're going to go over how to get over opiate withdrawals. Now, a lot of people know when they're coming down, it causes a lot of problems. It feels like worms going through your legs. It causes your bowels to move because you're not like you don't feel as backed up. You know, your internal flow isn't as slow as it is when it's on opiates, and the hot and cold sweats and everything else that goes along with it. Now, there are a couple ways though to help alleviate some of those symptoms while you're having them if you're trying to get off. Now, one big thing that is done in the USA is Suboxone and everything like that. Now, I'm not a real big fan of Suboxone, as it shows in other countries using heroin just to wean yourself off heroin actually normally work better if it was done, with the doctor present and giving you the right amount of dosages and everything like that. Now, here in America, it's a little bit different, and the product that you get is completely not the same, and it's actually really detrimental compared to actually pure heroin because you don't know what you're sticking in your body. But we're going to go over how to get over the withdrawals. Now, one of the best ways to do it is to get lortadine. This is an over-the-counter anti-diarrheal medicine, and I'm just gonna go over this one first, just because it's completely legal and it's easy to get. But this will help your body alleviate the effects of the opiate withdrawals because lortadine itself is an opiate, but it doesn't pass the blood-brain barrier, which means that you're not getting high or anything like that. So it's not as addictive or anything like that, but it helps stop the diarrhea and it helps stop some of the physical ailments that accompany withdrawing from opiates. Now, another one, this one is not legal in the United States, although you could probably get it online, is Ibogaine. And now this is an hallucinatory drug that resets opiate receptors. So once you take it, you're reset, you're refreshed, you're not going through the withdrawals. And you can't really get heavily addicted to it because, like most hallucinatory drugs, you can't take it over and over and over again without a diminished effect. Now, another way is to use Kratom, and this is also legal in the United States, and it's very similar to taking like a Vicodin. And this will just help alleviate some of the symptoms while you're coming down. And a lot of people have actually had a lot of good experiences using Kratom to help come down off opiates and everything like that. And one of the biggest other things is eat more fiber when you're coming down, like eat a bunch of apples, fruits, vegetables, because you want to replenish your body and you want your body to feel well while you're doing it. So eating a whole bunch of junk food is not going to help. And staying hydrated is also a really good idea. You want to stay hydrated throughout the whole time because you're probably going to be sweating and it's just going to cause a whole bunch of discomfort. Now there are some other things like exercise helps produce endorphins. So while you're doing it, you do it like that. Also, microdosing on like shrooms or LSD can also help too. Now I'm not saying take a trip. I'm saying microdose. Like say you're coming down for a few days. Now you want to take like a quarter or a tenth of a hit of acid or less than a gram of shrooms and maybe slightly go up each day, but it's not the trip. It's just so your body stays in a relaxed area and you have more like serotonin and you feel happier and you feel more relaxed and steady. And because I don't suggest taking a trip because if you do, the anxiety from coming down can actually have a negative influence and it can actually make you more likely to relapse. But there's a lot of other things you can do. You can mix all these together. Now I wouldn't say mix the Ibogaine with all these other things, or I wouldn't say anything like that. But maybe take some lortadine and a little bit of kratom, and you'll feel a whole lot better, and it'll help you get down off it. Because I don't really agree with this Suboxone thing. Because I feel like a lot of people, because of the method of treatment, become addicted to Suboxone as well as heroin at the same time. But that could be said about any of these because you really have to be dedicated to actually wanting to quit before you quit. So if you're going through these withdrawals and you really want to quit and you're trying to avoid the withdrawals and that is the biggest thing that's holding you back from quitting, one of these could be really helpful. Uh, like I said, probably the best one would be the Ibogaine, but like I said, it's not legal everywhere. But doing a little bit of microdose with the lortadine or kratom, it's highly influential and can definitely help you get through it. So that's my tips for getting over opiate withdrawals. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you have any tips of your own, please leave them below, and I'll try to make another video eventually with better tips and more tips. But I think all these are very good. I've read a lot of success stories from all of these, and I've known a lot of people that have gone through it. So uh, if you have any comments, please leave them below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If it helped you, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. But y'all be safe and good luck.